What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG. Today, as part 4 of 4 in our video series, we will be revisiting and opening up a set booster box of Dungeons & Dragons Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. And for those of you who may be new to the channel, what we've been doing is I thought it would be kind of fun for us to go back and revisit the sets that would still be in Standard after the Standard format rotates when the new Innestrad set comes out. So we've gone back and we've opened a box of Kaldheim, we've opened a box of Zendikar, we did Strixhaven, and now we're going to do Dungeons & Dragons again. And you know what? I'm pretty excited about this set. I think I'm the only person on the planet that actually likes this set, and if that's the case, I'm perfectly fine with it. I actually think this set is a lot of fun. I think the limited format is especially fun. I know some people aren't all that crazy about the dice rolling mechanic, the D20 thing in there, but personally, I don't think it's impacted gameplay too much, especially not in a negative way. And like I said, I just think the set's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it, and well, let's go ahead and jump in here and see what we get. So, Standard format's getting ready to rotate. We're on the cusp of Innestrad spoiler season. In fact, by the time this video comes out, we may already even be there. All right, and you know, personally, I'm excited about Innestrad. I'm looking forward to seeing what those spoilers start out with. A rare that's an Orb of Dragonkind. Oh, okay, we got a Frog Behemoth. I'm not gonna worry about the art card too much there, but you know, we'll see what Innistrad brings us. But I think that it's going to be a good set. I think that Wizards is gonna want to produce a winner, and so I have a feeling that that's going to be a pretty strong set. We'll see what happens there. All right, so we got ourselves a little bit of a rogue class here as a rare, and right off the bat, so this is one of my favorite cards in the set, and that is a Module Treasure Vault foil land. That's a spicy hit right off the bat there. Really dig this card. If you guys have heard me gush about this set before, I think, again, I'm one of the rare people on this planet that likes it. I think these module lands are absolute dynamite. I think they look very cool, and this particular card I think is very playable, and so that's a nice little start to the video there. But, you know, speaking of Dungeons & Dragons, again, I think the set doesn't get as much love as it should. I think that this set is going to be all over Standard and have its fingerprints all over it. And personally speaking, I think that it just doesn't get as much, you know, quite frankly, as much attention as it should. Some people say that, you know, they seem to lean towards Strixhaven or Kaldheim as being better sets, and I think value-wise, maybe they're up there, but I personally think that a lot of the value from those sets is Instrument of the Bards as the rare, Swarming Goblins foil, and our first card off of the list today, we've got Calming Listed. But my problem with both those sets, and I don't say problem, maybe that's a little bit too strong, but my sort of issue with those sets is I love art and variants as much as anybody, but a lot of the art and variants and the reprints in those sets is where the value is coming in from, and not so much from the actual cards in the set itself. And from that standpoint, got a Dragon Turtle here. Hey, we've got our first Mythic. We've got Minsk, the Beloved Ranger, and his crazy hamster. So the first Mythic there. Not too bad there. But, you know, me personally, like, one of the things I really enjoy about this set, and this is where I think that it maybe doesn't necessarily get the attention that it deserves, is that these are all original cards. There's not a lot of reprints in this set. A lot of them are just brand new cards. And when I'm opening a new set, as much as I love Sphere of Annihilation there, as much as I like reprints, we've got Orcish Lumberjack off of the list. That's kind of cool. You know, I also want new cards. You know, if all the value is in cards that I already have seen or own or whatever else, like, I like fancy reprints and cool variants, but I want the actual cards within the set to be valuable and usable as well. And that's sort of my issue with Strixhaven and with Zendikar as well. Whereas this set, Werewolf Pack Leader, that's a card I think is going to see plenty of play. And now with Innestrad coming out and Werewolf Tribe, we'll see where that takes us. But even without the Werewolf Tribe, I think it's going to see plenty of play in the Standard format. Dancing Sword, and we've got a foil Minimus Containment. But there's plenty of big hitters in this set. The dragons, particularly the mythic dragons in this set, are all pretty darn good. They're all playable. All right. And Wizard class, Sudden Insight, Ray of Frost, and our rare is the Sorcerer class. Yeah, and you know what? I think the dungeon mechanic, without being super overpowerful and dominating, I think has just enough behind it that it makes it fun to want to play with cards from the set that are using the venture into the dungeon mechanic. So I kind of like it. All right, Druid class, Wild Shape, Blink Dog, Lurking Roper, and we've got the Eye of Vecna as the rare. And we've got Endar Selfless Paladin. So here's one of those cards, and I really like the rulebook art as the showcase version of it. And I think this is just a good card. I mean, 3 for a 3/3 vigilance. It gets an enter the battlefield or ETB trigger, and then once you complete a dungeon with it, it gives all your other creatures +1/+1. So I think there's plenty of value in 3 for 3/3 vigilance and an ETB and an attack trigger. Put that one aside there. All right, so finishing up our first third, approximately third of the box here. And we are 1 mythic in. Got a couple of nice hits in that foil treasure vaults module land. Shambling Ghast, I know it's just a common. I won't stay on commons too long, but that card sees plenty of play. Gelatinous Cube, like that card. Got a foil cloister gargoyle with the showcase art. This one doesn't pop as much because the background is kind of plain, but still the foiling on these does look legitimately very good. Okay. Here we go, into the second third of the box. A foil forest. Troubadour, that's a awesome card in draft limited. All right, mythic time. So we've got our second mythic of the box. We've got Grandmaster of Flowers, Planeswalker. Doesn't see a whole lot of play so far, but I have seen it running around a little bit on Arena and those speedy, powerful, white decks. It sees a little bit of play. I'm not sure how mainstream it'll be, but you know what? Planeswalker, we'll take it. We will take it. We like mythics. Okay, so we've got, next rare is the Flumph. We've got a foil Dungeoneer. So, let's see here. Yeah, you know what? With this set, again, I sort of think that it's probably a little bit underrated. You know what's crazy? It's another foil forest. Interesting. The last set that I can recall that was met with as much meh as this set. Hey, look at that. Another treasure vault module card. I will certainly take that. That's cool. Treasure vaults and it being module, I'll take it. I don't, no disapprovement here. The last set I can recall that came out of the gate with as little fanfare and affection as Dungeons & Dragons seems to have was actually Theros. And Theros turned out to be pretty darn good. I think people really slept on that set. We've got Delina the Wild Mage. And I kind of think, and I'm not saying that this is as powerful as Theros or it's going to have as many cards that also make its way into other formats like Commander and maybe even Modern. But again, anytime the collective seems to think a set's not good, sometimes that swings back the other way. Blackstaff of Waterdeep, Hexblade, and I kind of feel like that might be the case here, where I think people were expecting big things from this set, it sort of being a crossover set, but then, you know, it kind of turns out people were a little disappointed in it. I think some of that comes from it being the set that had to follow Modern Horizons 2. Triumphant Adventurer. Kind of like this card. It's a 2 for a 1/1, but it's got Death Touch, and whenever it's swinging, it automatically gets to venture on the attack trigger, and then also it's got First Strike. So First Strike, Death Touch. Nobody wants to get in front of that, so it's going to be able to venture, and it's a nice little 2-drop. I'm not sure it's going to see a ton of play, but it's a card that I kind of keep my eye on. I do like it. Hey, another card off the list. We've got the Simian Spirit Guide. Trusty old Mana Ape. Mana Ape Spirit. But yeah, you know what? That's kind of like my take on this set is it seems almost like people are so dismissive of it that I almost expect that it's going to catch people off guard when it starts to actually make waves. All right, next mythic. We've got the Book of Vile Darkness. Not the most popular mythic, but a mythic nonetheless. We'll certainly take it. And we've got another card off the list. We've got the Yor Tiller Nephilim. That's right, I said Nephilim. Interesting little list card. Okay, so here we are. We're approaching the end of the second tier of the box, the second row of the box, and I think we're doing okay. We've got another land. This is a rare land. We've got Cave of the Frost Dragon. Kind of like these lands. I commented on one of my previous videos that I actually think that they're probably going to see more play, in my opinion, in at least Standard, than a lot of the Mythic land cycle from the Zendikar set. And I think that there's a lot of viable of the man lands. I think the Den of the Bugbear and the Hall of Storm Giants, I think, or Storm Giants, I think. Those see a ton of play. Mind Flayer, Pegasus. I think the black one, the Hive of the Eye Tyrant, I think that sees a fair amount of play. So I do think those lands are like a playable land cycle. I think that they're going to probably be the standard. Oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Ebondeath Dracolich. This is probably one of my favorite cards from the set. And we've got a borderless version, which is excellent. So 4 for 5/2. Flash it into play. It does enter the battlefield tapped, so you can't block with it right away, but the flash allows it, sort of almost like gives it haste, because you can play it on your opponent's end step, and you can cast it from the graveyard if a creature on either side, you or your opponent, has died on that turn. This is a card I really, really like. I'm gonna put that right there. That is one of my favorite cards in the set, and so I am very, very happy about getting a borderless version of it. That's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Super spicy. Okay, moving right along here. Oh, so there we go. So we're talking about those lands, right? In this land cycle, here's the Hall of the Storm Giants. You know, if 7/7, it can eventually turn into a 7/7 blue giant creature with Ward 3. That's almost impossible to get in front of and very hard to get rid of. I think they're just a very, very viable land source. We've got our first foil rare in the box, a Sphere of Annihilation. Foiling on that certainly looks really pretty. We'll take it. We'll take it. Actually, I said first foil rare, but I guess we'll count that module, that Treasure Vault module, as a foil rare, huh? So our second foil rare of the box. But yeah, that land cycle I think is really good. Again, you know, I think I'm a little bit weird. Oh, yeah. Well, we interrupt this broadcast with Old Noblum, who is the most valuable card in the set at this point in time. I think this is probably like a $26 card or so, 27, something like that. And this guy is just awesome. I'm pretty sure he sees a fair amount of commander play. He's just big, mean, nasty, and creates lots of treasures. And the best part about it is he doesn't even have to do it. It's just whenever a creature you control deals combat damage, create that many treasure tokens. So you drop him into play, you attack with something else, you hit your opponent in the face with those creatures, and you instantly create some more mana for yourself as a result, or artifacts, or whatever else you want to do with them. That guy is awesome. Absolutely love it. Okay, here we go. We're on the last third of the box here, moving right along, and you know, I hope in some way, maybe I'm changing some people's minds on this set, I don't know. But either way, hey, well, look at that. Borderless Black Dragon. It's not quite Ebondeath, so we'll kind of put him down here. But, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think this set doesn't get a ton of love, and I think it probably should get more support, and I think it's going to be all over Standard after the rotation. Pegasus Stampede as a list card. But you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this set will be the joke of Standard after rotation, like it is now. And everyone will laugh at it and think it's just terrible. So maybe I'm wrong. Hey, we've got an Evolving Winds. We'll take that. We like module cards. I'm just going to set that right over to the side here, just because I like the module cards in general. I think those those cards look very awesome. I just love the look. We've got Ochre Jelly. Little Temple of the Dragon Queen. Hey, another card off the list. We've got Light Up the Stage. That card is not very old, but it's a list favorite, huh? Okay. Moving right along. I don't know. What do you all think? Am I the crazy one? Is this set just bad and I have rose-colored glasses on for some reason? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just flat out wrong. Orcus, Prince of Undeath. Like that card a lot as well. Hey, that's a nice little spot off the list there. We've got Aura Shards. We'll take that. I think I opened one of those in another box recently. Nice little card off the list. It's always nice when you can get some value out of that list slot. Sometimes you just swing and miss and there's nothing you can do about it. But there's definitely some value there, and it's nice when you can randomly pull one of those cards off of it. Okay, we've got Varus, the Silvery Moon Ranger. Kind of like this card. I don't like him as much as the Nadar, the Paladin, but I do like that card. All right, we've got 3 packs here. 3? Let's see. 3 left after this one. Speaking of, there's another one. This is the regular version, the non-showcase version. Oh, weird. Okay, well then, we'll double up on the Silvery Moon and the Ranger. We can build an adventure deck right out of this box. And as a list card, we've got Filigree Angel. Comes into play, gain 3 life for each artifact you control. How busted would this card be if it also had like affinity or something? Okay. Let's see what we got here. Really not going to complain about the mythic count because we got Old Gnawbone out of it. Let's just see. But if I'm going to be greedy, I might as well just ask for 1 more, right? Oh, and we got the Ebb and Death. Yeah, I guess we're at 5 mythics. I guess. Fighter class. I do like that card as well. Hey, we've got the Moon Dancer as a foil. Last 2 packs here. Seen some decks on Arena built around that Moon Dancer card. Okay, well, there you go. So I just realized I threw the foil mountain in there. We've got Book of Exalted Deeds as another mythic. Not sad about that. I will take that. We've got a foil portable hole. That's pretty neat. That card sees a good amount of play. All right, here we go. Last pack. Last pack. I'm not going to be too greedy here. I don't think I can really ask for much more. We got some spicy stuff out of this box, but you know what? Let's go for it. Let's see what we can pull. And Lair of the Hydra. All right, I'll take it. Oh, and a Grazilex and Ochre Jelly. Okay, well, nice little 3 rare pack to end the box. So we've got the foil Ochre Jelly there. Love that green background. Think it really pops. Looks pretty cool. We've got Grazilex, and we've got Lair of the Hydras as one of those manlands. So let's just kind of recap here real quick. Did I miss the? I don't usually care about the stamped card, but did I not get one? That would be a fairly rare event to not actually get one. Okay, well, I didn't want one anyway. Take that. So let's take a look at the box real quick. We got foil Ochre Jelly in the showcase. We've got foil Sphere of Annihilation. We've got the really awesome Treasure Vault foil module. Like that a lot. We've got a regular Treasure Vault module. A few manlands there. On the mythics, we got Ebb and Death. The Dracolich, we got Borderless, which is pretty awesome. Book of Exalted Deeds, the trusty old Gnawbone. Man, this is I think a pretty solid box. Not too bad. I'm going to give this box a 7.5, 8 out of 10. I don't think we could have asked for a whole lot more. Maybe a team out if I was being super greedy. But again, overall, this is I think this set is better than people want to give it credit for. I really enjoy it. Anyways, that's my take on it. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you're enjoying the content, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And thanks for your time, everyone. Have a great day.